Sunday, Tony. You gotta move over.
I gotta move over?
A little bit. Yeah.
How's this?
That's good.
That's good? Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Happy Sunday, Kathy.
Happy Sunday, Tony. What's up, Danny Boyd, Chungo68, Wayne Buzzle, Chris Freemesser, Tava's Garage,
What's happening, guys?
Franco, Joe K, Uncle Winnie, yes.
She's what, how many weeks now? She's like 11 and a half
11 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, she was 11 weeks on Friday.
Friday.
She's already almost as big as, can you get a shot over there?
Winnie!
She's almost as big as Maggie.
Yeah. So how's everybody this week? Bill McKiska's here. He says, hey, y'all.
Welcome, everybody.
Ronald Davidson, Greasy Garage, Ford LTD, Exploration says, hey.
Hey.
C. Roma, Fubar, Josh H
Fubar.
says, howdy,
Hey.
April D, Aaron, Dodge Boy 5150. What was that noise?
I don't know. That was weird.
That was very strange. Is it like an animal?
I have no idea.
Oh, what are they eating? What is that?
That's a bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't an animal that they killed. Because they do that.
That was a weird noise.
That was a weird noise.
We'll have to watch the replay on that.
Jordan Martin, Crazy 77. The Duster's finally moves. It has.
Well, we moved to Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere. We moved Mr. Belvedere to the shop. So now we're finally cleaning up back here. I started cleaning up the duster. I haven't washed it in 3 years. So it's caked. It's caked. So a little bit at a time.
Looks better. I mean, you started to wax it, right?
Compound it.
Compound. Sorry.
Yeah, this side is mostly okay. The other side's a real mess.
Well, the yard was a little messy.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We neglect everything. Everything gets neglected, except for the puppies. The
Still
puppies
hard
don't
to
get
hear
neglected.
you without the mics. When are you using the mics?
Oh, we're not using them right now?
No.
I thought I was wearing a mic.
Do you look like you're wearing a mic?
You told me I was wearing a mic.
I did not.
Somebody wants to be on the live.
What kind of car is that, Tony?
That was definitely a Ford.
It was a Ford?
Yes, can tell by the firing order.
What year Ford do you think that was?
I don't know, but it was definitely a Ford.
Yeah?
Yes. It wasn't a 1843657 motor.
Okay. Let's see. Killing Cursive Customs says hello again from Nebraska.
What's happening, man?
Sandy Boyd says coyote.
No,
Mom
it
says
wasn't a coyote.
351.
Yeah, it was like an old 302 or 351 or something.
Okay, Hank Hill needs help.
Hank, let's do this thing. Let's help Hank.
Need help here. 68 Roadrunner with a 66.3 3-mile chem. Just had the Edelbrock car rebuilt and it bogs off idle. Metering rods are fine. Move the accelerator pump rod. No changes. What now?
Distributor. It's in your timing. Bump the timing up a few degrees. See if that wakes it up. And if it does, look into why.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That was
Tony.
easy.
Good answer.
That was easy. Give me hard questions. I want hard questions. What is the meaning of life? How high is up? What's the sound of one hand clapping? Not these Roadrunner tune-up questions.
No? Why not? Let's see. So many people here. 187 people, Tony.
Wow. In our backyard.
In our backyard. What's up, Zero?
Zero, what's happening, brother man?
Tom says, I need help, all caps.
Ooh, okay.
Well, what is it, Tom?
It's a chance to help somebody else.
Tom didn't write what he needs help with.
He just needs help.
Screamed, I need help.
No, that's fine. That's fine. He needed to get it off his chest.
Okay. How old is Maggie? She's 5.
Or 6. 5 or 6. We adopted her when she was a puppy. She was only about 6 months old.
Tony, thoughts on Patera's opinion that October 1st it will be says. You know,
I didn't see
I put the
Patera.
video on, but I was doing other things, so I didn't hear it all. I would have to go back and watch it, and you didn't watch it, right?
I did not see. No, I have not seen it. What? So give us the shorthand version of it, and I'll tell you what I
I don't know if you're
think.
able to say it on here.
Well, I'll give you the YouTube friendly version of whatever it is. Give me the short version of it.
What are they eating?
I don't know. Relax.
What's up,
There's
Frank
only so
F?
many things they could be eating. Franco, what's happening,
No,
brother?
Frank F. Frank
Oh, Frank
F.
F.
Franco's here too, though.
I heard you say Franco.
Yeah. Blue Hill Cemetery says Kate and I say hi from Mass. She wants to see more about the pup. Let's see. They're over here eating and grass
So
and
that's
digging.
Darla that she's with. Darla is our other beagle. Darla, say hi to the camera.
Winnie. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie. Come here. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Where are you? Who's a good girl? I know. Oh, I can't. Loud Pipe Save Lives 69. Hey, Tony and Kathy, what's up? Which one of your projects is most successful? Nitrous and bias class.
Which one of our projects is most successful? Well, I mean, they're all successful in their own rights. The Daily Driver is probably the most
Yeah.
on target.
Mm-hmm.
This thing worked out pretty well, but I don't use it. It's just kind of just sits in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Bottle Rocket filled its destiny and paid for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sledgehammer met the challenge it was supposed to with the Power Tour, and now I'm playing with it on the drag strip. But remember, that engine was never supposed to go to the drag strip. It was supposed to go the Power Tour, and then we were going to pull that out and put the bigger motor in, and that never happened. So this is still the Power Tour motor that we're screwing around with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, which of our projects is the most successful? They've all met goals in one way or another, and they're all in a state of evolution and flux. So, I mean, they're all pretty successful.
Yep. See, Able D says October 1st is when Gov admits we are in a recession. Therefore, we are in deeper.
Well, no. I mean, it's just
closer
silly.
to a depression.
Yeah, no. We've been in a recession for. They changed the definition of recession. She's back there. I'm watching her. They changed the definition of recession conveniently this last year after we had 2 quarters of negative growth. So they says, oh no, it's not 2 quarters of negative growth. It's something else, right? So.
Anybody have an old dictionary?
Right. So we've been in a recession, and the at least half of this country, if not more, is in an outright depression. But you know, I don't worry about arbitrary dates and arbitrary statements,
Yeah, no.
October 1st, and the declaration that we're going to be in this or
Making
be in that.
predictions is really bad.
Yeah, don't make
That's
predictions.
a really
don't
bad
make predictions.
move.
Just keep doing things.
We love Patera, but I don't know.
Oh, I love
about
Patera.
dates
I love
and
Patera.
stuff like that. I never follow that.
But yeah, I don't subscribe to any dates or declared events.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let's see. 360 short block equally as good as 340 short block?
I don't believe so. I prefer the small journal 340s.
Swamp Rat says, I remember watching you glue a car model together when you were 7. I think you completed it.
Successfully. That's my brother Normal James, by the way, guys.
What's up, Two Hacks?
Two Hacks, what's happening,
Tony
man?
and Kathy?
I keep putting off doing that video, bro.
Where's Winnie?
She's
Where?
She's following Megan. They're over by the
Probably
fence.
go in. There's a lot of mosquitoes.
There are. I'm getting.
Yeah, she should go in. Can I put her in? Can I put her in?
Wait till she circles back this way.
Okay. Let's see. Remember the 15th of November, Mopar Man says.
Oh yeah, the V for Vendetta thing.
Thumper says, I just want to build cars. Beyond that, I don't care much. I just want to make things too. I agree.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've already made all of my preps. My preps have preps, and then I have contingency programs for the preps of my preps. So, and I did this years years ago. We did this years and years ago. So
Dr.
it's like,
Art says hello, everyone.
Dr. Art, what's happening?
How are
So
you,
at this
Dr.
point, I don't
Art?
really care. It just whatever happens, happens. I'm set for any possible eventuality.
Do you see her? Can you see
Yes,
her?
I see her. She's over by the fence there. She's
Um,
following Lily.
Dr. Maury says you guys are great. Discovered you recently. Great channel. That's
Thank you.
really nice. Thank you, Dr. Maury. Let's see. Oh, what's going on with Steve Max? Have you heard anything?
No, I have not heard anything about Steve Maggs. Nobody knows anything about Steve Maggs,
Right.
other than he's been in the hospital. And the last word that I got from somebody who not talked directly, but has direct knowledge, said that he's in the hospital and does not have the ability to speak. This is all I know. And if I found anything out, believe me, I would tell you guys.
UP Tinkering says always enjoy Sunday nights with Uncle Tony and Kathy.
I
Very
like these
nice.
Sunday nights too. It's like a get together.
Very nice.
You know.
Are you going to the Mo party?
Yes.
Hank Hill sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Heard of the Ducktail Run show in Gas City, Indiana?
I've never heard of it.
Yes, praying for Steve. Yep.
I'm keeping I'm just watching for.
Let me put
Winnie.
her inside.
I'll get it. I'll get it. You keep talking. You keep talking to them.
me
I'll
to
get it.
keep
Yes,
talking?
you keep talking to them.
Put her in her pen.
Oh, she's playing in her tunnel. Yeah, leave her alone for a few minutes.
Oh my goodness.
She has a blue tunnel and she's playing in it. She's rolling it around.
Here, I'll show you the tunnel.
Oh, there she goes. Her and Maggie don't both in the tunnel.
Growling. Okay. That's what's going on, guys. Hello, Zero.
What's happening, Zero? Shush! Uh-oh, we're gonna have a dog fight here.
Okay. Stop.
All right, everybody calm down. We're all going in the house. Come on, let's go. Cookies.
Sorry, guys.
Come on.
Put her in her pen. Thank you for bringing the Belvedere out, Tony and Kat. Oh, I'm glad the Belvedere's out too. It's nice to have it out of the backyard. Did you put her in a pen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Tony.
I tried.
Matthew Schroeder, is it still good as ever to retitle salvage vehicles out east? Forget the state that it was.
Oh, it was Vermont. I don't know. They added something. They didn't close the loophole, but they added another piece of identification for certain. So the Vermont loophole has not been eliminated. It's been tightened up a little bit because it was being abused by thieves. But I don't think the intent was to shut us, collectively, to car enthusiasts out.
Mopar Madness says, yay for Mo Party. I want an autograph and a picture, please.
I don't do autographs, and if you happen to catch me walking around, yeah, I'll stop. We'll take a picture, but I don't do autographs.
UTG, YouTube's Lone Wolf 0 says.
I am the lone wolf, absolutely.
Good evening, South Farmington. Let's see. Dakota's asking, have you ever used a Holly Street Dominator intake for a 318?
I have one I had one on a 273, worked really good. I think that's what I have on my Roadrunner, my 73 Roadrunner. It's the 340 version. Oh, what am I saying? Bottle Rocket has one.
Oh.
Bottle Rocket has a Street Dominator on it. Ported. I a lot of work on the intake manifold. But yeah, Bottle Rocket has a Street Dominator.
Have I successfully convinced Tony to get another car? No. No.
My Roadrunner has a Torker.
No. Let's see. Autocorrect. Shirt ideas. Come on. YouTube's Lone Wolf shirt. No. No. Not doing that. But we have ideas to do like one-off shirts. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
So
that
that might
more
be coming.
once we
Yeah.
know a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more about that.
Let's see. I saw you on the street, Tony. If I saw you on the street, Tony, it would probably be embarrassing, like meeting a rock star for me.
Yeah, I'm not a rock star, man. I am absolutely just just be cool. You know what I mean? Just I like meeting people. I really do. But you got to be cool about it.
Justin Wilson says, "You're the man, Uncle Tony. I love your channel."
Thank you. I appreciate that.
People are very nice. They're very
People are very
complimentary.
nice,
They're very nice.
and you have no idea how much we appreciate that.
It balances out the other stuff. Did you sell the orange dart? Cart 70 wants to know.
Yeah, I've been driving it.
At zero. Misanthrope Garage. What? What do you want?
Mm. If I'm lying,
No, Tony's nice in person. He is.
for years, right? I'd say all through the '90s, right? The '90s, like into the early 2000s. I used to answer the phone and just say, "What?"
Yeah, that was terrible.
But I was so tired of people like I was constantly on the phone, and it just got to the point that I was like, just get to the point, whatever it is, just get to the point.
It's just a New York thing.
So yeah, it was a New York thing, really, and I would answer the phone. You know, some people say hello, and I would just say, "What?"
Horrible. You should be ashamed.
You know who used to do that too?
Who?
Dale Creasy.
Terrible. I don't care if it's Del Creasy. I don't care who it is. It's awful. Don't answer the phone like that.
I don't anymore. I don't answer the phone anymore.
You don't answer the phone at all.
No, I just don't answer the phone at all.
Okay. What's up, mostly old parts?
How's it going, Ron?
Tony, do you ever listen to music when you drive?
Generally, no.
No.
Generally, no.
It's all the same.
Podcasts. Not even podcasts, really. There's a couple of different like aggregate audio video sites that I won't mention. I'm not going to mention them.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll thumb through and I'll find something to listen to when I'm on my way, going to and from. I'm an information junkie.
Squirt McGirt sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Says,
Squirt.
hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Jim Cramer, you did that to Jim Cramer in Manhattan. You got him mobbed.
What happened now?
I guess they called out Jim Cramer.
Who is it? They're going to start the Jim Cramer. I think there is a Jim Cramer index that whatever it is that he calls,
it's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Right. I knew a guy who used to answer with, "This better be important." Franco says.
Well, when you answer the phone, what? That's generally what you're saying. It's like, this better be important.
Rude. Oh my goodness.
But wait, you got to put this in context now, right? Back in the '90s, I was doing a drag racing thing, and I had the shop. So, like, the phone just never, ever, ever stopped. I had 4 or 5 different fuel cars that I was working with, and each of them had their things and their questions, and it did this and that and everything. And then I had all my customers. So 2, 3 of them a day, and always constantly talking, always constantly asking questions. So it just gets to the point that it's just like, what? What do you want? I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get stuff done. What do you want?
Let's see. Hoobie's Garage says, hey, I finally made it to a UTG live. I hope that you enjoy it.
Yes, I hope it's everything
I think that we need to be entertaining now.
I hope it's everything you've dreamed of.
Let's see. I answer, hello, you're on the air. That's good. Carl Davidson.
It was the days before texting too.
Mm.
Now it's like it's a lot easier. Because you just throw a text message, and whoever it is, when they get around to it, they answer it. The phone was brutal.
Mostly Old Parts says, Tony, what are your thoughts on using a clicker type torque wrench on left-handed fasteners?
I believe the torque wrench doesn't care. I don't think the torque wrench cares what direction it's going in. The clicker type.
The KNF Hybrid Grow channel says, hey, UTG.
What's happening?
He said it's so low key. Hey UTG.
He says what?
It was so low key. That's why I read it. Hey UTG. Cholton Zimmerman. No, Zimmerman says cola. Tractor Fixer says Tony would be the neighbor I want to have so I could ask questions and see what kind of smart ass answers he would give me and run me back in my yard. It's funny.
I sneak in and out of the house.
No, you don't.
Generally,
He's
I do.
exaggerating. How's the mosquitoes? They're all over the place. That's
Yeah,
why we put the dogs in.
it's pretty brutal.
Oh, let's see. Tony, have you seen the YouTube of the 2018 F-150 Limited that cost
I did a video. I did a video. I did a whole video about that. It's got like 200 something thousand views. I did that video last week, like Tuesday, I think it was.
Good evening, Chris. He says good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Chris.
Let's see. I love hearing stories from the true OGs like Uncle Tony.
OG in what respect,
I
though?
don't know. It says someone else's version. Sorry. Oh, you're gonna have to go watch it, Scarlet Fire. Tony goes on about it and on. How long is that video?
Oh, it's like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
It's a pretty good video.
It's a good video. Lots of comments.
I had to be careful. I had to be careful not to anger the YouTube gods.
And you had a longer
not
video
to
that
go-
you made that you didn't put up.
I had a half hour, 28-minute long video that I decided not to put up. It was kind of like a follow-up to that, but it crossed too many lines, too many YouTube lines of sensitivity that you got to be really careful. You got to be really careful. You don't get shadow banned on this platform.
Let's see. Oops, hang on. What's up, Charlotte Quillen? Jolly Wrencher. When is Dead Dodge Garage stream starting? I don't know. Why don't you go over there and look?
He usually starts about the same time that we do, doesn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Rodney Bird, any Steve Maggs update? No.
We just talked about that.
We don't know.
No. As soon as I know of anything, I will let you guys know. I'll pass it on.
It's really not our place to do that, though.
Well, you know what? He's a public figure.
I understand.
And
but still,
these are people who care about him. They follow him
Right.
and they care about him and they want answers.
But his family,
He really doesn't have any
you
family.
don't know that. Tony, are you going to the No Name Nationals?
No.
No. Let's see. Zero. Talking to Zero. Talking to Mexican Spec. Start a Patreon. We have a Patreon, actually.
We haven't done anything with it
We
since
don't-
we started the channel.
Yeah. We don't promote it or anything like that. And we don't put content on there that people pay for. It's like, if you want to donate, you can. If you don't, don't. And we appreciate whatever is there.
We structure our videos and we time them and we have length to maximize. See, there's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of YouTube strategy that people don't really understand because it's not talked about, right? But there are ways to maximize the money that comes in through AdSense. So by keeping videos a certain length and a certain structure and a certain pacing of them, you get maximum dollars through AdSense, which is, every time they run an ad on a video, you get paid for that. So we structured this channel from the very, very beginning to maximize AdSense. So we make enough off of just that we don't have to look at any other and merch. We sell a lot of merch, but because of that, we don't push the Patreon. We don't do any of those other things because we don't really have to. We do.
And why run yourself ragged and make yourself thin? Then you're not really concentrating on your content.
Right.
So.
Right.
Matthew sent a super chat. I'm a product design engineer by trade. I'd love to make and sell bespoke style parts for restoring and restaurants on Mopars. What do people need most?
What do they need most? there's an abundance of hard parts out there, right? Like, there's no shortage of intake manifolds, the cylinder heads, and cranks and
Mm,
stuff like that. Um, things like plastic parts, like gauge bezels, and
yeah.
like I need a gauge bezel for this duster. Somebody painted it black at some point, and it's a little ratty on top of that. Um, stuff like that, stuff like that. Um, but offhand, I really can't think of very much.
Mm. 1964 Dodge Dart headlight bezels.
Oh
Things like
yeah.
that.
Oh
Can't
jeez.
get them anywhere.
You,
And they're
no,
all dented.
no, I don't know what the market is now. Okay,
Right.
but let's say 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, when I was like heavy in the Mopar parts business, dented. I mean, dented 64 dart headlight bezels were going for $100 a pop,
Yeah.
right? Like as long as they weren't like, you know, shredded, torn, or anything like that. If they just had dents, and
Hmm.
and you could like work the dents out, that type of thing. You get $100 a pop for them, like instantly, sell them instantly.
It's just the way they
So
are on the car. They're all dented. They're
yeah,
all destroyed. Squirt McGurk sent you a super chat.
thank you.
Now that my build is almost done, I wish I had someone to help with tuning. Rough running slash intermittent misfire at part throttle. HEI set to 12 initial, 32 total. Vacuum advance helps but didn't solve it. Edelbrock carb.
Are you certain your timing is okay? Are you certain that you're running off? Okay. Are you certain that top dead center TDC lines up with the marks, the timing mark and the timing tab? Because a lot of times you'll have a damper that's slipped a couple of degrees, and that'll be off. Or you've got a mix match of damper and timing cover. Different years have different. Um, so other than that, offhand, I can't think of what aside from ignition timing. I really can't think of very much else that would give you that, providing that the carburetor is in good shape, the accelerator pump is working, and you know
Why does the lights just go on in the house?
the lights went on.
Yeah, in the kitchen. Yes, the lights just went on in the kitchen.
Did it?
Hmm. I
Weird.
just recently found your channel and I've been binge watching ever since. You're a good teacher and explain everything very well, Justin Wilson
Well,
says.
thank you. I appreciate that. I try. I really do.
Oh, maybe the other bulb came on. Maybe that's what
That's
it
what
was.
happened. The
Yeah.
bulb must have come on.
What do you think the price? Hang on. Oh wow, it's gone fast. What do you think the price of a '65 Gold Crown Eagle is worth? Raider John the Mad Bomber.
A gold crown eagle.
Yeah, '65 Gold Crown Eagle.
I I have no idea. I have no idea.
Speaking big truth, Uncle Tony, what do you think about putting the chassis from a classic onto the frame of a modern Crown Vic?
It's done. People do it. I mean, I guess depends what you're looking for. I mean, for me, no. It's hard no, right? But because a lot of people just don't care. They just want to try something different or cool or whatever it is. Um, I think there's some YouTuber out there I don't remember who it was, and I don't mean disrespect to them by not remembering who it was, but they put a Charger body on a Crown Vic uh, chassis. It'll come to me in a minute. I'm sure you guys would know what it is. Depends what you're doing. Depends what you're looking for. But like I said, for me myself personally, it's a hard no because I like the old mechanical parts. I like the old chassis. I like the old engines. But what are you looking for?
KJ Kylie, could you talk about Ed Hamburger, Tom's River, New Jersey?
Did I talk about
For
Tom?
you.
I, other than buying some parts from him over the years, I've never met him. Or did I? No. He used to have a company called 340 360s only. Well, first it was 340s only. Then he made it 340 360s only. Um, and then he got into other stuff, like beyond just Mopars. But I don't think I've ever actually met him.
No.
I know I bought hamburger parts. I had an oil pan at one point. But no, I never met him.
When are we gonna see the '68 Roadrunner? You keep saying it, but we've yet to see it move.
It's coming. It's coming. We, we're moving stuff around. You see, things are.
Yeah, we're moving things.
Yes.
See, that car's gone. Oh, look at that big space over there. It's beautiful.
Yes. We're a couple of few months behind, but you know, it's just us.
Yeah. Still working on the interior of the Charger.
Still working on the Charger, actually.
That's gotta get done this week. I'm sewing door panels. That's fun.
And honestly, my hesitation at this point now is that we have loose ends that need to be tied up. So before I do anything else that potentially could create a problem, because I haven't started that car, I haven't moved that car out of that garage in like 6 years now, right? Or thereabouts. It's been sitting there. So.
What's the phrase you keep telling me?
What's that?
What's the phrase?
Don't overwhelm the system.
It's every day he tells me.
Don't overwhelm the system. Go a little at a time. So my biggest fear at this point, my apprehension at this point, is that if I do take the car out right now, the hell is that?
It's the bulb.
It's the bulb going
yeah,
in there.
going off.
It probably just needs to be tightened up a
yeah,
little bit.
it's probably loose.
The transmission leaks, the water pump leaks, anything like that, right? It's another thing I have to do. So at this point, I'm just trying to tie up my loose ends, get all of that together. The Belvedere's at the shop now, the way it's supposed to be. The Roadrunner is going to go to the 73 Runner is going to go to the shop also. I have loose ends to tie up on Slag Hammer, the Charger, this thing, because I went to drive it the other day and the carburetor's all jacked up, so I want to straighten that out. So that's the thing. I just don't want to overwhelm the system. I want to finish, get everything where it's supposed to be, and then we'll screw around to the Blue 68.
Justin Stark sent you super chat. He says, "What about a live stream with my friend Pete? Mechanical plus auto body Q&A session with channel subscriber cross pollination."
I like that guy because he's batshit crazy. I love batshit crazy people. I actually had a friend. I had a friend named Pete. We called him Crazy Pete. You remember Crazy Pete?
Yeah.
Yes. So, and he actually sounded a bit like, you know the way my friend Pete is always yelling, but like he's just like normal conversation and he's yelling. Well, my friend Crazy Pete did the same thing. We'll get together eventually.
What's up, SC308? He says, "Hey, Uncle Tony and Uncle Kathy. Dripping Glass, is the '68 Roadrunner a 4-speed?
No, it's automatic.
Aren't you moving the shop soon?"
In April. Well, no. March, April, February. We'll be moving in February.
You have so much to do.
Yes.
I'm trying to sell so many things. Lighten the load, right? Do you attend any fall festivals?
Yeah.
You mean like regular people? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we try to take our granddaughters to all stuff like that.
We took them to the Williamson County Fair.
You went to
in
Williamson?
August.
Right. That's our fall festival.
Well, no, but I'm saying like we do fair things.
Right. They have there's a deal coming up. There's a pumpkin patch near us that has this whole crazy shindig every year for the kids. So we'll be taking them to that, and the Strawberry Festival should be coming up.
No, that's past. That's over.
That's over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We missed that.
We missed that.
We had things going on.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Rod Run and Pigeon Forge?
Mm-mm.
Do you have good fresh corn down there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have corn up the wazoo.
Corn everywhere. And when we saw those guys stealing the corn,
The
and I was like,
Mexican
hey,
guys.
they're stealing corn. They don't care. How's the pizza? Pretty good. Yeah, there's good pizza here.
So on the way to my shop, I mean, you talk about balls, right? So on the way to my shop, my shop's in the sticks. So when you first cross over from like the city into the sticks, on your right, driving out towards the shop, on the right is a giant cornfield. Okay, and then on the left are houses, and we're driving to the shop, right? And we see four guys of Mexican descent, which
Sorry, Mexican
I don't.
spec.
I might have. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, but this is what they were. We have a lot of Mexican laborers out here, and we see four or five guys of Mexican descent crossing the road, going into the cornfield and grabbing corn.
Yeah, they had armfuls. They were coming
They had
back to the
armfuls of
barbecue
corn.
that was on their front porch.
Well, yeah. On the way back, this is directly across the street from the cornfield. They've got their barbecue out, and they've got the corn on the barbecue.
They don't care.
It's just zero fucks given. Just
It's funny. Did you check out Bioscript's latest with the Duster with the 318 Franken motor? Looks interdasting. What does it look like?
I have no idea what that's about. I have no idea what that's about.
Any experience with E85?
No.
No. Let's see. Brandon Tucker. I've learned so much from you. I've just finished my first engine build. It's a built AMC 360 shoved in a CJ7.
Nice.
Got about 1,000 miles on her so far. Do you ever dabble in any AMC cars?
I would. There's just nothing around. I don't know anybody who has it. I mean, in years past, yes, I worked on many AMC V8s as a regular mechanic when I was a kid, and they were all over the place. I haven't touched one in probably 35 years. Yeah, about that. 30 years. But I remember them as being great motors. I never had any problems with them. The first hot rod I ever worked on was my friend Nikita Retard's 73 Javelin, and that had a 304, and it was my first hot rod job. I put a set of headers on that car. I was 15.
More Winnie content.
Winnie's sleeping in her pen now. All of the puppies are they're all just laid out.
Thoughts on the upcoming E-Muscle from Dodge, Benjamin Morse.
Yeah, just it it's a travesty. Yeah, no.
So you don't like that? Are we not buying a new vehicle?
Just no. We're gonna hold off on buying a new vehicle until after the collapse and humanity reinvents itself. We'll at that point I'll probably.
WS4F says, "Hey Tony, to build a 451 stroker with a 400 block and a 440 crank, other than machining the mains, can you balance the crank and rods at home, or do you have to send it out to a machine shop? Thanks."
I would send it out. That's exactly the combination we're building. That's the motor that's going in the Slaghammer. The motor that's in Slaghammer right now is a stock 383. The motor that's going in Slaghammer is a 451. So I've got a 400 block inside. It's already bored dirty over. I've already got the pistons for it. The rods are on the pistons. I have a couple of steel cranks. One of them is going to the machine shop to be cut and balanced. The whole assembly is going to get balanced. But yeah,
Let's see. Have you ever wound up at a place that has valet parking and you didn't want them touching your car?
No.
No.
Have we ever?
No, we just parked it. We never.
Yeah, I mean, we've been to places that have valet parking, but I've never had the option of not parking my own vehicle.
Anchovies on pizza?
No.
I love anchovy pizza. It's
Yeah,
my favorite. Anchovy mushroom is the best.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
He's like, no, I'm not eating that.
Nah. I wouldn't run that over with my car.
I don't like the sound of electric cars.
Why? They have their own soundtracks. You can make it sound like anything you want.
Oh no. Is Jay Leno says never valet park your car. They're just salt, which means awesome, Zero says. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza, no Tabo.
No, I've had okay. I've
Ooh,
had
Tony likes pineapple on pizza. It's
not all pizza, not
disgusting.
all pizza, but pineapple and ham on a pizza is
Ew.
actually really good.
Oh, no. We don't like the same food. You should get together with Bicycle Garage. That would be a heck of a show. He's laughing.
He
Michael
doesn't like
Wilson
me.
says. No, no. How come, Tony?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm I'm the what do you call? I'm the black sheep of the automotive YouTube community.
Pretty much.
Proudly so.
Pretty much.
Was that Groucho Marx thing? I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me.
Yeah, right. Yes to pineapple, no to chovies, no hoovies. No.
No chovies. No chovies.
No
Even a zero
pineapple.
likes them.
Olive says I'm in the very neutral camp on Hawaiian pizza. I like it. It's never the one I choose.
I wouldn't. Okay, so I would not order a Hawaiian pizza. Like there's nothing in my DNA that would say, "Hey, I'm going to order a Hawaiian pizza," you know. But I've been to pizza buffies where they've had
You mean a
Hawaiian pizza.
buffet?
Yeah, buffet, right?
The buffet.
And when I've had it, it was actually very good. But I would not order it. I only order pizza one way. Right? Doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing or what the pizzeria is. I only order pizza one way, and that's just bacon and sausage. That's it. I don't want anything else in it. Just bacon and sausage.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Pizza buffet, yeah. A buffet. Where you get that from? Let's see. Get me a Dodge Durango 392, Tony.
Yeah,
Stevie B says,
I'll,
get
I'll,
me a Dodge Durango.
I'll rip one out of my ass tomorrow morning. Send it right to you.
You're not getting me a new car, Tony?
No,
Why not?
no new cars. Like I said, I'm going to wait till post
He's
collapse,
laughing.
and after humanity reinvents itself,
Yeah.
I'll buy a new of whatever is available.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. A Durango Hellcat, yeah. Funny. There's probably a bunch in the scrapyard, Norm says.
I'm sure there are.
Does Mopar 383 have the same bore and stroke as a 383 Chevy Stroker?
No.
Riley is asking.
No, a 383 Mopar is 4 1/4 by 3.35 and or 3.38. I should know these things. And a 383 Chevy is 4 inch and 3 3/4.
David Bird says get Kathy an 87 Monte Carlo SS.
I saw one at Gateway. Was it Gateway Classic Cars? South Street something. I don't know. Whichever place had the Hemi RT, and they had a Burgundy '87 SS.
Street Side Classics.
Street Side Classics. And I looked the car over quickly. It's not a clown mobile, but they're asking ludicrous money for it. Way literally 3 times what it would be worth.
But we can't pay that.
No, twice what I would consider to be absurd.
Mm. So Darth Vader says Tony loves anchovy pizza.
No, we've covered that.
The Mexican Monte Carlo SS is much better, Mexican spec says.
It's probably just like the Coke.
Yeah, just like the soda.
Just like the soda, Mexican soda.
Funny. Let's see. Michael Roberts, Uncle Tony, would a small supercharger like a 371 be a waste of time on an SBF?
On a which?
SBF.
Small block Ford?
Yeah.
A 371? Oh God, I don't. 471s work on small. They did back in the days when they would drop on 471s on like 283 Chevys and 289 Fords and whatnot. A 371. You sure it's a 371 and not a three? It's not a 371. Yeah, 471. The three is another series. I don't remember what it is, but no, it's too small. You'd have to spin the thing way too fast to get any type of boost out of it. And the faster you spin it, the hotter it gets, the hotter the intake charge gets, the less power it makes.
So you get me a Monty SS? Is that what you said?
I looked at that one that was over there.
Yeah.
It wasn't a clown car. It actually looked like it was a nice car, which is rare to find in
I
a
know.
dealer.
Mike N says best pizza in New York area. My favorite is John's on Bleecker Street. Best pizza in New York.
Not familiar with it. I haven't had pizza in New York since. I had a friend of mine own a place called Goodfellas, and they actually had.
I didn't like their pizza.
See, I like their pizza.
I like the pizza that had the L&B pie.
Spumoni Gardens.
No, well, Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn is the one that came up with the L&B
Yeah.
pie. But there was the pizza place by our house, by Wallbaum's on the corner next to the pet store.
Right,
they
right,
closed.
right.
What was the name of that place?
I don't remember.
And they would make an L&B pie that was freaking delicious.
Yeah.
See, when you talk about New York things, my accent comes out. Freaking delicious.
It's not like that anymore. Now the immigrants are all shooting dope
Oh my
and
goodness, no,
pooping
don't
in
even
front
talk
of the
about it.
pizzerias.
Don't even talk about it. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. St. John's Villa Academy. They stopped the buses. That was on Staten Island.
I knew that was gonna. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. I saw it coming.
Hi, is this chat still on, Matthew Shorter? It absolutely is. We're here for you, Matthew.
Yes.
Live.
Yes.
Matthew Brow. Yo, Uncle Tony, long-time listener, first-time caller. Let's see. Did you guys make it to Woodward? No,
Well,
we didn't. The car wasn't ready. We painted it last minute, tried to get it going. And then we didn't go because the dog was sick.
The puppy was sick.
No.
Woodward?
Woodward.
No, you're confusing Woodward with the Power Tour.
Oh, no. Howard Tour, right. Howard Tour. It's all a blur. We
Yeah.
didn't go to Woodward because...
We didn't go to Woodward because the puppy jumped off the couch.
Right.
And she was laying on the floor whimpering, but she was a drama queen. I guess it was the first time she ever got hurt, right? So she like played it up to the max. And it was like the most pathetic, horrifying, terrible thing I've ever seen or heard. So we scooped her up and we ran her to the vet. And this was at the time that we were supposed to be getting ready to leave.
Right.
And she was limping around, and we canceled the dog sitter and didn't go.
Right. But we didn't say that at the time.
Now, Power Tour, we had a dog named Poppy. She was old. She was like 16, 17 years old, and she was, during Power Tour is when she passed away.
Right.
And so we didn't go there. I
Right.
know, I'm all about cars, right? But my dogs take priority to everything.
Right. JD says, hello, Uncle Kathy and Uncle Tony from North New Jersey.
Greetings.
I remember I had a fight on Facebook once about who has the best pizza, New York or New Jersey. It got ugly. All I did was I posted a meme about New York pizza, and everybody jumped on there, and it got really, really bad. Everybody's fighting back and forth. It's the water. It's not the water. New Jersey has the best pizza. No, Curtis Lewa can save New York City. Remember that?
Curtis Lewa? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Thumper lost his 16-year-old husky back in July. Raised her from a pup.
I'm sorry, brother. It's never easy.
It's horrible.
It's never easy. We've lost so many of them over the years, and you remember each and every one of them.
We actually thought that she was going to pass away before, but she kept hanging on. And
Yeah.
I was hand feeding her for over a month.
Yeah.
She wouldn't eat out of the bowl. I would just have to hand feed her every day. And like carry her in and out the door and everything.
It was rough.
Rough.
And then when she finally got to the point that there was like no quality left, that's when we had her put to sleep.
Yeah, we had to take her to the vet because she just did not want to go.
Yeah.
Strong dog.
Well, she spent most of the day sleeping, so she'd sleep
She was
inside.
pacing. She
And
would
then,
just walk around the yard in a circle.
well, that's when we realized
Yeah.
that it was over with. But up to
And
that
she could
point,
barely move. She could barely walk. She
yeah.
was suffering. So, Cali pizza is actually pretty good. Oh yeah, liquid gold. She was running around like a puppy in May. Went downhill fast. Who, Poppy?
No, his
Oh, your dog.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Poppy declined slowly
Over a long period
over
of
a
time.
long period of time, and then like the last month, she really started to go downhill.
Well, okay, it'll be two. So a year and a half ago, I don't know where we're talking about this now, right? I don't know how many people want to hear about. So a year and a half ago, she was having a year and a half ago, a year and a half before she died, she was having coughing fits, coughing, coughing, coughing. So I brought her to my vet over in Smithville, Dr. Burke, and Dr. Burke said it's congestive heart failure. I says, can you do anything to make her comfortable, right? And he says, here, try this. So he gave her some water pills for her, and boom, turned her around. Like in 2 or 3 weeks, the coughing had gone away, and she had quality of life. But at that point, we knew that she was on borrowed time. So the last year and a half she was alive, it was just like we were just expecting her to, go in her sleep. Like for months, quite literally for months. Anytime she would fall asleep, we'd like look and see, is she breathing? And surprisingly, she would just get up.
Jay Russell Finch says, "I give up tonight."
Oh no,
No,
don't give
give
up.
up, Jay Russell Finch.
No, there's hope. There's
There's
hope.
always hope. Those hurricane lanterns are primo.
Oh, that thing? Yeah.
When I bought it, you were like, "What'd you buy that for?"
Well, now it's our
We don't
traditional
have a
Sunday night.
train.
It's our Sunday night light source.
I think it works pretty good. Let's see. Douglas Self. We have an outfit in NorCal called Blaze. Fine for personal size, build your own trouble is workers fit the pizza store employee stereotype. Pothead. Oh. Let's see. Thumper needs better boots. His feet hurt.
Let's start a GoFundMe for Thumper's boots.
Oh no. BCMD Propulsion. Hey, 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 my favorite guy. There you are. Let's see. S. Snerd says, Woot! I made it tonight. Hi, Uncle Kathy and Uncle Tony.
What's happening, man?
What's going on? Hey, Mr. Tony, have you ever worked on the 2210 Hollies? I think they came on Chrysler V8s from the 60s to the 80s. I'm trying to use them in a 3x2 setup like the 2300 Hollies.
Footprint is different. The footprint is different than the 2300 series. Like you wouldn't be able to bolt out to a 6-pack intake. I guess you could make adapters, but the footprint is different. You're better off go find 3 Ford 2300s. Go to any swap meet, general car swap meet, and go pick up 3 Ford 2300s, and they have the air horn. It's the only difference between the six-pack carb and the regular Ford carb that they were using is the Ford carb has a round surface, for the air cleaner to sit on, and the 6-pack has that D shape. Just cut the round into a D shape, and you've got a 6-pack carburetor. Cat, you've left me. I finished a thing, and then suddenly you're gone, and I'm like,
sorry, guys.
what do I do?
What do you do?
I answered a question,
Okay.
but then that was it.
Oh my goodness. Hmm. Sorry, everybody. I had to give the dogs a snack so they'd stop barking. She left him alone again. Sorry, everybody.
It's rough.
Did you look panicked? Are you panicking? What are you
Yes,
panicking for?
dead air. I mean, if
You
I,
don't have to make it dead. You could talk about anything.
what would I be talking about?
You talk constantly. What are you talking?
It's my job.
Right.
I
So,
get paid to talk
right. Yeah. So I don't understand why you're freaking out.
because I need something to talk about. So if I was on that side of the screen and I was
Mm-hmm.
reading the questions, as soon as I finished the one, I could just jump to the next. But I finished the one, and then
You can
you
always
weren't
look on
here.
your phone.
I don't have my phone. I don't know what my phone is.
Let's see. The rally style carburetors are great for cheap replacements, Norm says. Christopher Mitchell. 71 Mach 1 is the only Famoco I'd be interested in owning.
71? I mean, yeah, I could see that. They made great funny car bodies. They made beautiful looking funny car bodies in the day. Um, I like the 69s. The 69 Mustang, I think, was the pinnacle of Mustang styling.
The merch shop needs official UTG Nerf throwing cars. Do you want that, Tony?
Nerf carbs.
Nerf carbs.
That could actually be pretty cool.
I'm not carving Nerf carbs. Kathy, this ain't about answers. It's about Tony. Zero says. Oh, you're right. Let's see. Scott Kuhn says, I've got ham and a couple New York strips on the grill getting smoked apple and mulberry.
Nice.
That sounds really
That sounds
good.
tasty. We just picked up another grill.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, let's do something interesting with
What
it.
do you want to do?
What was he doing?
He's doing, I've got ham and a couple New York strips on the grill getting smoked. Apple and mulberry.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. I don't have patience for that. I like to just throw it on a fire and rip it back off again.
Okay, Zugi22 says, I wish you would show us how to build a nitro car. Really interested.
And where would I get this nitro car from?
The vape says Uncle Kathy is not a team player. What?
A lot of times she's not. Women really generally
What are you
aren't.
talking about? What do you mean I'm not a team player? I'm on your
They're
team.
on their own team. They're on their own team.
What?
Well, women, they tend to, they'll stick together on their team, but they generally won't play as equal players on a male team. No?
No.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm wrong. Let's see. How much do you think I could get a 68, 69 Dart with a slant 6 for? Joel Jenkins.
68, 69 Dart with a slant 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like driver quality, like not like debilitating rust. Two door, I assume you're looking for a two door. You're gonna spend about $5,000 for the most basic car.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What if a woman owned it? How much would it be then?
Oh, geez. Woman pricing. It's either going to be $200 or I know what I got here. Don't try to lowball me. So there's your spectrum of woman pricing. Okay.
Oh boy.
Versus like real world pricing. You're gonna spend about $5,000 for $4,000 or $5,000 for a basic car that's doable with not going crazy.
As long as the man owns it.
As long as the man owns
Right.
it. Right. Because if a woman owns it, it'll have 4 bald tires.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I think I might have to go in and get something for a few minutes or like a half an hour.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, only strong, independent women have
Uh-huh.
bald tires
Oh, right.
because
Okay.
they're busy being strong and independent.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I had my 70 Mustang for 11 years and only put 2,000 miles on it. Been in different shops. Now it's down again, Tony.
Yeah, that happens with stuff that's used infrequently. That happens, and I'm guilty of that myself. I have a lot of cars that just sit around, and they sit for a year, they sit for 2 years, 3 years, and then all of a sudden, like this thing, this. So finished this 3 years ago or thereabouts, like now this summer, and drove it for like a week, and then parked it back here, and it hasn't. So when I parked it, it ran flawlessly, right? Like I mean, literally, like the motor was like a sewing machine. You know what I mean? The brakes were good, everything was good, and I parked it back here, and then you forget about it. So the other day I go to drive it, and it's got one brake is stuck on it a little bit, right? I got well, one of the tires is almost flat. It won't idle. Um, and the brakes are all spongy and shit. So I got to throw a master cylinder in it because it's bypassing, and I got to go through the carburetor. So it's like that happens when stuff sits. It's just it's if you could drive it like just take it around a block once every 2 weeks, you can avoid all of that. But when they sit for any amount of time,
M. Suave says, sorry, my questions, comments are always too long. Um, I'm gonna scroll up and I'm gonna look.
okay,
Because he didn't like the mentality of, okay, oh, you've split them up. I see. He moved to funny car for a while, but then went back to pro stock. Who? Who? Hey, Tony. Quite a while back, Jeff Purley was an NHRA pro stock crew member. Do you know who that is? I don't know. Because he didn't like the mentality in funny car of not really looking interested in finding out what the problem was and just throw more parts in it and keep going where.
hmm, you're talking about like between funny car and like pro stock.
Mm.
There's they're different universes. They're two completely different universes that literally have zero in common, right? Like the methodologies and the ideologies of running like a pro stock car versus a fuel car. Like the things that are important on a pro stock car, like cylinder sealing. You know what I'm saying? Um, the critical fine details that define what a pro stock car is are completely irrelevant on a nitro car. You see what I'm saying? Um, two different animals, two completely different animals. Like example, you don't really worry too much about cylinder sealing because you're throwing so much liquid in the motor. Have you ever done like a compression test? You do a dry compression test and you do a wet compression test. The wet compression test, you squirt some oil in the cylinder and you see what it does. Well, that's how a nitro motor operates. So it's like, who cares if it doesn't seal, dry? It doesn't make any difference. When it's functioning, it's literally being drowned in just raw liquid and it seals just perfectly. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like little things like that are the difference between like pro stock and fuel. Two completely different universes.
What do you think about the Z303 cam? Albino Marron.
I never got into them. My buddy Neil Van Opry and Steve Collison. Uh, I never went that far. Like I was out of there. I spent 1 year doing that stuff, and my motor was never opened. I never opened that motor. I just worked with all the stuff around it, so I don't have
You have any what?
any valid input on that.
Okay, VCMD propulsion. Tony, I just got my dual quad intake and new heads for my 69 Marauder with a 429. Hang
Okay.
on. With a 429. One of five NASCAR edition, thinking of two 500 CFMs.
Edelbrock sells 500s that are intended to be used as a pair. I think they should have gone with a slightly bigger set of carburetors. Like for instance, if you look at any of the factory dual quad setups from that era, they're all based on 600, 6 1/4 AFBs. Kat, where are you going? See, she left me again. She keeps doing this. She went to get. What did you do?
What?
You went to get a banana.
I'm hungry.
She went and she got a banana.
What? This takes a lot of energy.
So Edelbrock makes 500
Sorry,
CFM
everybody.
carburetors that are calibrated to be used in dual quad applications. But if you look at any of the factory setups, whether it's a Power Pack 283 Chevy or any of them, right? They all used bigger carburetors. So, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Your two Edelbrocks, your two 500 Edelbrocks are going to flow about the same as a single 750 Holly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed says hello, everyone.
What's happening?
Okay. Let's see.
800 Holly.
I didn't bring any food for Tony. He's
No,
gonna
she doesn't
starve.
bring any food
Shame
for
on
me.
What food do you want?
I don't know. I am hungry though.
There's like a cookie inside. You want it?
No, I see you ate all the cookies.
What? No, I didn't.
There were like 6 cookies, and then there's one cookie.
No, there's not one cookie.
Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing. You're live, you know.
I know.
This is not professional. Okay, the
Neither
separation
am I.
anxiety is real. If you have separation anxiety, why did you even mention that I walked in the house?
Because
I was grabbing a banana.
you broke my concentration. Okay, so I'm going to tell you exactly how it works. Okay, you read me a question. I'm answering the question.
Right,
Okay.
you could've gone
Now
on-
wait.
it was a long question.
No wait. Okay. So now I'm focused on answering the question,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got a train of thought. But I'm saying to myself now, right? As soon as I see you get up, I'm like, okay, she just went up for some mysterious reason. I have no idea. Now I also know that I'm getting close to ending this question, answering this question. So now, am I going to be able to answer this question can I drag this out until you come back from your mysterious journey? And the answer was no. And this is what I'm saying this to myself as I'm trying to answer a question.
Okay. Sorry, everybody.
So you completely threw me off.
I hope you're all amused.
It's not amusing.
It's funny. Can I
Not
get you,
when you're me.
Can I get you anything, Tony?
No, I'm good.
Do you want some of my banana?
I don't like bananas.
It's healthy.
No.
Okay. Tony needs a ladder to get up out of the hole he's digging. Are you digging a hole? I don't think so.
It's okay. I'll pay for it afterwards.
Pay for it. Victor says we are amused. Okay, good.
Yeah. As soon as the live is over, we walk inside. I'm like, what's the matter? And she says, oh, you're really funny.
Funny,
You're
huh?
a funny guy.
Or funny, peculiar. Time to get your own laptop, Tony.
I used to do these lives by myself, but it's easy when you're doing them by yourself because, like, you just roll from one question after you just boom,
Oh,
boom,
is
boom,
it
boom.
easier?
Well, in some respects, it is.
Oh.
Except when you just take off, and I don't know where you're going or when you're coming back. I
Chris Cadman says, Uncle Kathy, I'll give you $10 if you leave Uncle Tony alone by himself for 5 minutes.
well, that won't be a problem. If I know she's going to be gone for any amount of time, then I'll just. Well, I don't have glasses,
Oh, no.
but I run inside, grab a pair of glasses, and then come around and read questions. So that's no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is that what you want to do? Is that
No,
easy?
no, I want to keep doing this.
I'm just
But
picking on him.
hypothetically, if I had to be alone for 5 minutes,
You
10
could
minutes,
do
or,
it.
or
I
an hour, I
know.
can do it, but
I'd
not
be very proud of you.
not like this.
No, not like this. Okay. Scarlet Fire. Is Mopar 6 packed vacuum or mechanical?
Vacuum. Vacuum. The factory setups were vacuum. The over-the-counter replacement carbs for the upgrade carbs for the 6-pack. If you went to a Dodge dealer, they would sell you the old Ford carbs, and those are mechanical secondary.
Sean A806 says, what are your thoughts on the Ford 240/300 inline 6?
They're good motors. I have no experience hot rodding them or anything like that, but they're really stout, good motors.
Zero says Kathy Adventures. Joe K, are you saying Kathy is not needed?
No,
He's making a shocked emoji face.
no, I'm not saying that at all. She's wanted.
Oh,
I don't need her to do this. I would just swap spaces with her, and I would read the questions and and all of that. But I would rather have her here doing this.
are we talking carburetors or carbohydrates?
Both.
Both?
Yes.
Did you get one of the shirts? I heart carbs.
Yes, we have them in our store.
I make them with my own hands.
Yes. She does. She's like
I
a little
do.
shirt elf.
I'm a shirt elf. Let's see. Roy Big Sixes rock. I don't like anything, Zero says. You want that shirt? I don't like anything.
I think I'm wearing the I Hate Cars shirt.
Are you?
Isn't that what you gave me? I don't know.
I don't know. You won't ask to see the loom. I'm not making my own fabric, Billy Bob. Hold on.
Yeah, she grows the cotton over in the corner of the yard over
Right
here.
in the corner.
Yeah, then she's got the loom. She smashes berries for the ink.
Yeah. Oh, Zero still needs his I Hate Car shirt. Okay, Zero. I'm sorry.
You mean
Tavo says no shirts for me. Why? Because you're in Australia?
The last time we tried to send a shirt to Australia, it cost us like $60. It got lost. The shirt got lost.
Yeah, they sent it back. Because it's $60 and they sent it back.
Right.
The post office, not the person.
Yeah, no, the post office. The people are fine, but try to send anything international mail anymore, and it's like everything else. It's in free fall collapse.
Running around making shirts is how Uncle Kathy lost that 400 pounds.
Her miraculous weight loss journey, which I think she needs to do a video documentary on. To tell you the truth.
He did get his stickers a few years ago. That's good, Tavo.
Yeah, but things have changed, bro. It's not the same. Sending stuff overseas is not the same. We can't send stuff to Canada anymore, really.
We do though.
Yeah, but
The
it
shipping is
costs a
crazy.
fortune.
Yeah.
And stuff gets lost. Like somebody will order a shirt from Canada, and like a month later we get a notice from them. Hey, we still haven't gotten the shirt yet.
Well, no, for some reason shirts get like you don't. The ones that go to Canada, I've had a bunch of them just like come back for whatever reason. Like a postal code was, they couldn't read it right or something like that, and like you pay them for it.
Yeah, what you guys got to understand is that when the post office makes a mistake, they don't refund you.
No, they don't like to do that. Mexican Spec says they send packages to the U.S. and they arrive sometimes quickly. That's good.
Hit and miss.
Yeah. It seems like it takes forever for stuff to get to Canada, though. David Bird, I wear my UTG shirt religiously. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Representing.
A dingo ate your baby. What? How's Kiwi?
Kiwi's great.
You good?
Yep. He's starting to like keep material for himself now. He has another one of those he has one of those flipper cars.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's not letting you see it?
Well, I made a mistake by showing him how much I made off the last one that we did.
Well, why did you do that?
I don't know. I just did. And like ever since then he's been like, I'm gonna just keep them for myself.
Okay. Tumbleweed, you have dogs, you had chickens. Have you ever thought about getting an exotic pet? No.
I wanted otters.
No.
She doesn't want to deal with
No.
otters.
No.
What?
Absolutely not. No. No.
I think it would be fun.
No. It would be fun for me to take care of it.
Well,
CCE sent a super chat.
Thank you.
Tony, I have a 66 Polara with a motorhome 440, 516 heads, 462 lift cam, 24, 2800 stall, trying to decide which rear gear is best, 294 or 323?
323. I mean, that's a torque thing you got there, especially with that small cam. But I would definitely go with the 323.
Uncle Crystal has Tony. Why would she need another animal? I'm not Uncle Crystal. That's our daughter-in-law.
Daughter.
Or daughter.
It's my daughter.
Well, she's married to our son.
Right. But she's my daughter.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the name of Kiwi's shop?
Kiwis, Kiwis croissants and what the hell's the name of his?
What? Kiwi's croissants and concrete. Otters equal Giardia. Probably. I can believe that. Let's see. She's your daughter and he's your son-in-law. No. No, he's our son.
I told them. I told them
Oh
point
my
blank.
goodness.
If you guys split up, she stays, you go. She
Stop
has my
it.
granddaughter.
I understand that.
Okay, well, that's
I know
it. That's
that,
all I
but
care
nobody
about.
needs to go. Okay. Nobody's splitting up.
My granddaughters stay under the
Why would you even
protective.
think like that? Oh my goodness.
Because I'm the patriarch of the family,
Oh,
so I have
brother.
to look at
Talk
all
about what each of
situations.
you were doing on 9/11. Having coffee.
You're having coffee.
My mistake, Uncle Kathy. Yes, I'm Uncle Kathy. It's okay, Douglas. You're fine. Crystal is married to her son John, so
Yeah.
yeah, we miss her. She's here all the time.
Yeah, but she's
She's
not
not
working.
on video. Yeah,
But
she works a
they're
lot.
here all the time.
I know it's confusing. Uncle Crystal, Uncle Kathy.
Yeah, Uncle
What?
Crystal, Kathy. It's
Oh my goodness. I was deployed to Kuwait, Thumper says.
on 9/11. So we were having coffee. So we lived 11 miles from
Uncle Kid has a
Ground
name,
Zero.
yes, John.
11 miles
Yeah.
as the crow flies, right? So we're having coffee, and she brings me a cup of coffee, and she says, "Do you see the tower's on fire?" So I turn on the TV, and the top of the tower is on fire. I'm like, "Oh, geez, I wonder what happened there." And they told me a plane crashed into it, and
No, I was upstairs. I was reading something.
yeah, I was downstairs.
You were downstairs, and I saw that it was on fire, but then I felt the explosion, and
No,
that's when I
no,
came
no,
downstairs.
no, that's not what happened at all.
That isn't?
No,
We felt the second
it
explosion?
was the second one.
Okay.
You came downstairs. You brought me coffee.
Okay.
And you told me that the tower was on fire. So I turned on the TV and we were watching the smoke come off the top of the tower, and they were talking about a plane crash.
Yeah, but I was upstairs for the explosion.
No, you weren't. You were downstairs with me.
Mm-mm.
You were. I'm telling you, I remember watching
No, I
it on
watched the
TV.
plane hit upstairs.
The first one.
No, the first one was on fire on the news. When I actually put the TV on, it was already on fire. And then when the plane hit, I was upstairs.
Okay, I was downstairs.
And I felt the explosion.
Right,
and I
the
came
house shook.
downstairs. Yeah,
Yeah, because
we heard it.
when the second plane hit,
Mm-hmm.
it was like when it hit, it was like facing the direction of impact was actually facing us. And like I said, we were 11 miles away, and our house shook.
Everyone can remember where they were and what they were doing. Yes, that's right. Let's see. Did the dirt cloud hit you guys?
No.
Dirt cloud.
No, the smoke was blowing. So we were on Staten Island, and the smoke was blowing basically over the water, kind of towards Brooklyn, but over the water. And but it smelled. You could smell it for months.
Pepper says, I remember where I was on 2nd of August, 1990 as well. My first war started that day.
2nd of August.
August 2nd, 1990.
I don't remember which one that was.
You don't?
No.
1990?
1990. What happened in 1990?
The first one.
The first what? Oh, Iraq War. Oh, right.
Fucking on.
Shock and awe. I forgot about that.
Desert Shield storm, yeah.
Yep.
You were in the 11th grade when the towers got hit. Yeah. Let's see. Dada says, "Hi everyone. They're calling for a hurricane here on East Coast. Keep your dog strapped to the house."
Hey, yeah, what's going on? Was it Hurricane Lee? I think it was like a Category 5 and like a record Category 5 yesterday, was it?
Mm,
Is that gonna make landfall?
I think so. I think it is. We'll have to watch Ryan Holiol.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Holiol is the one that said that it's probably gonna curve out to sea.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Dada says, "Yep,
Yep. What?
it's gonna hit."
Where's it gonna hit?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it still a Category 5?
I don't know. I haven't seen the news. I don't know. Building 7. Yes, I know.
Yep. Yep.
I know.
Hey, I knew what was going on, like literally. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna go there.
We want to keep it gentle.
Yeah, I know. It was obviously a scam from
Is
the
Uncle
get-go.
Crystal still selling properties? Yes, she is. Do you want to move
Yes.
to Tennessee?
Yes, Crystal sells Tennessee.
Crystal sells Tennessee, and it's Crystal DeFeo at Keller Williams, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You can call her and get in touch with her that way. She's on Facebook and Instagram. Let's see. It was in New York on October after, like going to a wake, seeing the damned UK subs. Strange trip, unique time, sad also, Zero says. Were you in New York in October? Wait, your house shook from a plane hitting a building 11 miles away and 1,000 feet up?
Mm-hmm.
Why does that smell? Yes, the whole house shook. And we heard it. It was a delay.
Yeah, that was the thing. You
There was a
saw it on
delay.
TV,
You saw it on TV,
and then about 3 seconds later, 4 seconds later, the
house shook,
house went
and-
like that.
and then you heard the noise.
Then you heard the noise.
Yeah, it was nothing was like at the same time. It was crazy. But what was weird was with the first one, the house didn't shake. Not that I remember.
Plane hit it from a different direction.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
The
But
shock
the
wave
second
went.
one.
The second one was literally facing us.
Yeah, that was bad. Alan TT sent you super chat.
Thank you.
He says, "Greetings from Northern Ireland. As a child, I was caught up in an explosion. It was like slow motion with the flash and bang
Yep.
and the car shaking."
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Got the T-shirt. I've been in several
Sorry,
explosions,
Alan.
and they all happen in slow motion.
Ugh. Yeah, it sucks. See, Scott Kuhn says, "I was working about 5 miles from the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base when the planes hit, and the plane that crashed, they didn't know where it was." Oh, you mean the one in Pennsylvania? Is that what he means? The one that
I think
crashed?
so.
Didn't know where it was? Yeah, sound can affect everything. It's crazy, even earthquakes. Yeah. If you were in Staten Island, the second plane hit traveling northbound. Yeah, we were in Staten Island.
Yeah, we were in Staten Island.
It was the planes hitting or the towers falling that you felt?
No,
The
not the
planes
towers
hitting.
falling. The planes hitting.
It-
The one plane
The
hit.
one plane, not both.
Although we weren't paying attention when the first one did, so there might
It had
have
already
been.
hit by the time I put the TV on.
I was asleep.
Yeah.
You woke me up with coffee.
Yeah. See. Oh, Mitney Muscle. I watched a video that was slowed down and zoomed in. Sure looked like a lot more was going on in the lower floors as the building was coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna.
We're going to keep it channel.
I'm not gonna say it.
Uncle Tony's garage needs to stay on.
I'm not gonna say it. All I'm gonna say is that it was for the first, several hours when it was all
Bravo
confusion.
says, shh. Tony, really? Like, we need to keep the channel.
I'm not gonna say anything
Okay.
directly. Yeah.
We're in Staten Island.
Great
Just
Kills.
curious. Great Kills.
And at the high point of Great Kills, which would probably contribute to that.
Okay, so here's some I remember, this is Bob DiMartino. I remember the military flying over my house in Boston headed for New York. Did you see any military? Were there any planes in the sky?
No,
No, not there was not a single plane in the sky.
zero. And it was the
There was
clearest day
nothing in
ever.
the sky. Zero planes, zero military planes, zero anything, nothing.
It was eerily quiet that day.
Nothing. So, not near us. Matthew Schroeder says, Seller has, he sent you a super chat. Seller has
Thank you.
non-title transferred 84 F350 4x4 465 speed. I'd like, but refuses to go to update title in Minnesota. Too risky to buy, needs fuel tank runs with ether.
Oh God, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Um, I can't. I got no guidance to give you on that.
Bob DiMartino says they were fighters. We had no fighters.
Yeah, we had nothing.
No, there was nothing. Some scrambled but weren't sent in. There were no planes, Olive. There were no planes. You know who flew over our house? The president. He flew over our house.
Bush.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing else. Kill for Peace says fighter just flew over Long Island about 4 hours later. Nope. We had nothing.
Yeah, we weren't
Just
stuck.
me. I know. I was paying attention.
My favorite part was the passport.
Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
All right, we're gonna talk about it.
Can't talk about it. Okay. Jason's Garage says we had fighters and they broke the sound barrier and broke windows. Where are you, Jason's Garage? A carburetor just flew over my house. Really?
We saw Starlink the other day. We were over at Dr. Art's house.
Yep.
I mean, the Starlink. I didn't see it. They saw it. They were facing behind me.
Yeah. It was cool. Remember the terror color codes? Do you remember that?
Please.
It was nonstop.
Please. And that the convenient
Our
Patriot
poor
Act.
kids were in school. I remember we had a football game because our kids played football, and it was at Tottenville, and we're sitting in the stands, and there's a helicopter. Like, I want to say this was sometime in October. There's a helicopter circling the field, and we were like, "What the frig?
Yeah.
What the frig?" And it lands in the baseball field, and it was Giuliani. he was going to his mother's house, and that was the quickest way. Like, really?
We sat around for the thing about living in New York City at that time was that for months afterwards we were waiting for the next shoe to drop. We're always waiting for the next shoe to drop. That was weird, very weird time.
Did the next shoe drop yet, Tony? I don't think so.
No, but it convinced me to get the hell out of there as fast as we could.
Terror code has been raised to magenta.
They got the whole rainbow in there now.
Oh my goodness. Uncle Tony, who has the coolest engine color?
Well, Chevy orange and Hemi orange. I like orange engines, so pick an orange engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably should have talked about 9/11.
What's that?
Probably shouldn't have talked about 9/11.
Why?
Because there's only certain things that you can say.
Yeah.
It's going to Chartreuse Mauve tomorrow, Thumper says.
I lost a lot of friends over that.
They weren't really friends. Pentagon 757 says, where was the remains of okay. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I know all about it. You're preaching to the choir.
Section, right.
You're preaching to the choir. I know all about it.
Yeah. We'll be shadow banned tomorrow.
Like, literally that day, I'm looking at that, they're showing I won't say the word, they're showing that building. you know, and then there's like a round hole in that building, and there's like nothing else. And I'm like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. No, didn't break any
Passports are very
windows.
sturdy, though.
No broken windows, just a perfectly round hole. Yeah.
Passports, the strongest material ever made.
Oh, please. Yeah, it flew. So see,
All right,
it flew out of his pocket through all of this and conveniently landed on the street where an FBI agent, haha, go figure, picks it up and can read it. And is, aha, we know who did this. Come on.
That's what I found on Wikipedia. Oh my goodness. Okay, did anyone see?
How anybody fell for it, I don't know. I still,
All right.
I cannot imagine how anybody fell for it. But
Thanks for watching, everybody. We really had a great time having a YouTube channel.
please, it's a soft spot. It's a sore spot to me.
It's a sore spot.
It's
for
a
me,
sore
too.
spot. And the fact that we've never done anything about it. 20 years on, is it 20 years? 22 years on, and we've never done anything about it.
Nope.
But
Even the
that's,
dogs want to get down on it. Yep. Shut down the stream and just let him talk. Oh, trust me, I probably have more to say about it than Tony does.
yeah, probably,
And I
she
keep
probably
my
does.
mouth shut, so. I didn't back then, but I have to keep my mouth shut now. Did you show Winnie already? Yeah, we did. She was on the cover photo.
Yeah.
And we took some video of her, too. Let's see.
Lily, shut up! I like she's gonna listen
Doggies
to
are
me.
barking in an airplane, yeah. Men in black at the door, Dada says. You have no idea. Uncensored show on Rumble. Yeah. It's crazy that that's over 20 years ago.
22 years. This will be 22 years. And by now, like half the country has always kind of figured it out, but still, nothing has ever been done about it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. The dogs know they have the SP. Yeah. PPD podcast / valuetainment has a good video on 9/11. Okay.
Yeah, see my fill of all of it. We were up close and personal to the whole thing for way too long.
It changed everybody for the worse. It did.
It did. It did.
Mike says, "Tell us what to do." You don't want Tony to tell you what to do.
You don't want me to tell you what to do.
Are you enjoying the Charger regularly? Brett McIntyre is asking.
We drove it. When was the last time we drove it? We took it over to by Doc. No, we didn't take it to Dr. Art's house.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
No,
We
we took the
took
Swinger.
the Swinger. You're right. Yeah.
Where the hell did I took it to the supermarket like the other day and went to Publix with it.
Nice.
I mean, I haven't done anything interesting with it.
Have you started and ran Bottle Rocket since Andy met us once?
I started every couple of weeks or so, just to keep things lubricated. You know, oddly enough, I did. I started it today.
Bring out Winnie. They want to see Winnie.
If I bring her out, they're all going to come out, and there's going to be chaos, doggy chaos.
Oh, can you show Winnie real quick and then put her back in the
Sure.
sun?
Let
Yeah,
me
he's
put
gonna
the
go
sugar
get her. He's gonna get her.
I'll go get my Winnie.
She has a big pen in the living room, so she doesn't pee everywhere.
Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
That's her real Gwendolyn.
Technical name is
Yeah.
Gwendolyn. Winnie.
Gwendolyn. All right, puppy. Come here, people want to see you. Come here. Don't start that. Come here. Come here.
Oh, Joel, Maggie, what are you doing?
She got excited and peed all over the place.
Oh, good. Hello, your tail. Get down.
Maggie, off the table. Oh, Winnie. Oh, God, she's all, her little butt's all wet. Say hello. Hey, say hello. She doesn't want. She wants to get down. She wants to be with the other puppies.
Okay. So she
Okay.
wants to...
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Here, everybody.
Oh, good girl. She's
Oh,
finishing
yay.
the job.
Okay.
Good girl.
Nice. Very good, Winnie. Very good, Darla. Very proud of you. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie. Hi. Oh, I can't see your face. You're too close. Oh. Okay.
Good girl,
Oh,
Maggie.
yeah. Gotta go. Let's see. Let's see. Kurt says, just switched from a VW Jetta to a Ford Crown Vic. My knuckles have never been so happy. This live stream is going to the dogs.
Are you guys familiar with the Border Collie Derp?
Oh, you saw me. Darla, what are you doing? Probably not. Derps out.
When they get excited, right? They kind of lose control a little bit.
they derp their body.
They go like spasticky and stuff.
Yeah. And sometimes they pee.
Sometimes they pee, and it's not just puppies. Because
Yeah.
like we had one of our friends had a border collie named Amelia, and she was an adult dog, but she used to do the same thing. She'd see me, and she would like throw herself on her side and start like spazzing out.
Yeah. Where is she? Can you see her?
She's over there someplace.
Where is she?
I think she's by her tunnel. Nope, there she goes.
Brad Kruger says a super chat.
Thank
He
you.
says, hey, Uncle Tony needs some advice.
Sure.
I got an 82 Z28, 45,000-ish original miles
Nice
on it,
car. Yeah.
with a 305 carb engine in it.
Okay.
I'm thinking about putting a 383 stroker in it. Should I do it?
I mean, how original is the car, right? I mean, you could do a 383 and have it look dead stock. So, hey, if the car's clean and original looking, I mean, you know, it wouldn't hurt, but I would keep it looking like really stock. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, make it so you open the hood and it's just like looks like 350 done, you know. But those are nice cars. I like those cars.
Let's see. Wasn't Winnie a character in the Wonder Years? Yes.
Where is she?
Charlie says New York is a carb state.
Winnie.
She's right here. She's laying on the
Oh,
patio.
okay.
Brad Kruger says that's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
They're talking to each other.
You're probably not going to see a tremendous difference. I got to tell you, I mean, nothing wrong with the 380. I like the 383 stroker. I can't tell you how many of those I built back in the day when that became the thing. When all the, like PAW, all of these companies had stroker kits, had the 383 stroker kit. So I did a bunch of them for like tow vehicles and pickups and stuff like that. Did a couple of hot rod versions of it. Honestly, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference between, like in the same trim, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference between a 383, a 350, and a 383. So take that for what it's worth.
I agree, Uncle Tony. Steve D says leave it stop. You should probably put them back inside.
Well, what time is it?
We're almost there.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's 8:50. I know.
Holy shit.
I know. Brad Kruger says it's a 305.
Well, you will see a difference between a 305 and a 383.
BW Manxman from Manx says Uncle Tony.
I've been called worse today.
Bob DiMartino says time to read a history book.
Which history book?
I don't know. Unbroke Garage says, good evening. Building a 72 Nova as a late 70s, early 80s streetcar. Already has slots and painted white with blue flake. What color should the rear engine bay and undercarriage be painted?
Red is to me is like the color for a rear end. Um, hey,
What are they doing?
they're all like gathered at the corner there, like they're.
See.
Hey, Lily. Um, the engine bay white.
It has slots and painted white with blue flake.
Yeah, I would do the engine bay white. I would do the rear end red,
What about the undercarriage?
white.
White.
If you're going for that 70s, street, the late 60s, early 70s, 60s to 70s, like street machine type of thing, yeah, white undercarriage was a big deal. That was before like the pro street thing. So you had that period of time, like you're talking about street styling, right? You had that period of time um, before pro street when cars were still all the way around. Then they jacked the front for the gasser look. Then they jacked up the back going for the funny car look. All before pro street. And at that point, painting an undercarriage was a big deal because a big part of what you saw from the car's profile was bits hanging underneath it. And so that's why white was the thing to do. Then once they went to where they were lowering cars, then it didn't make any difference. But if you're building something from that era that's got like, that's high, it doesn't matter if, California rake or it doesn't matter. You see enough bits of the car that painting it white really makes it pop.
Wow, the crickets. Do you hear the crickets?
Not anymore. Really?
Tumbleweed says, I thought about getting a couple of bloodhounds and calling them Bonnie and Clyde.
You can do that.
Let's see. Matthew Schroeder. Uncle Tony, do you prefer Mopar body color engine bays or does it drive you nuts seeing it like it seems to GM guys?
Well, say that one more time now?
Okay. Do you prefer Mopar body color engine bays?
Yes.
Or does it drive you nuts seeing it like it seems to GM guys?
No, I love body color engine bays. And black engine bays are like a black engine bay is like my kryptonite unless the car is black. Now a white engine bay is different because a white engine bay is pretty and it pops, So when you open the hood, it's like the engine is like it's like a pearl sitting there in the oyster. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, unless it's a black car, yeah, body color is the way to go.
You will eat the bugs. Let's see. They're talking to each other.
I feel left out.
No, it's okay. I got a book on trapping, hunting, and preparing small wild game. I will not eat the bugs.
Don't worry, nobody's eating bugs. Relax.
White engine bay with an orange Hemi rolls. Nice. Hush, my dog is sleeping. Hey. Okay.
All right, what do we got going on here? We have doggy conflict.
Come on. Come here. Come inside. Come inside. Come on.
So Maggie is ultra super protective of Winnie. Maggie has become Winnie's mom. So when either the other dogs like get too close to her or like appear like they might have then Maggie goes nuts and then we have to separate everybody. Come here, Maggie.
There's already been bloodshed.
Yes. Maggie's a good mommy. She's the best. She's the best.
Introducing new dogs to the house is really difficult. We're exhausted. But it's working out now. It's only been a month,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, you're a good girl.
Tony is alone. He's not alone. He's okay. Hot Rod says, "Hey, Uncle Tony, are you going to do a segment on building the early 57, 58 Chrysler 392 Hemis? Thank you for your knowledge."
I built several early Hemis, all for fuel racing, back the late 80s or early 90s. I know those motors very well, actually. Um, Probably too well. But I don't have any plans on doing anything with them because I'd have to go, like, I don't know anybody who has one. So I would actually have to go out and buy one and build the damn thing, and I don't have a place to put it. But I actually do know those engines, like, very well. Very well.
No Ari tonight? No. I don't know where he is. UT changed formats. They are dogfighting channel now. No, please. Really get a shadow ban.
So when dogs fight, right, it looks vicious, but they don't actually hurt each other, right? They, uh, they,
Huh?
they do this, okay?
Yeah, well, when they know each other.
Yeah, when they know each other. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
strange
dogs
dogs. I'm
that
talking
live,
about like
live with each
when
other.
dogs have a pack, like our dogs are in a pack. So when they fight, it looks and sounds vicious, but they're just doing this, right?
Sometimes it's vicious.
But occasionally, like one of them will get carried away and hurt the other one. So Maggie and Darla got into it last week, and Darla got a tooth in Maggie's forehead, right? And for the last week now, Darla is besides herself with guilt over this because she didn't mean
As
to
she
hurt
should
Maggie.
be.
Maggie is still pissed off. So for a week now, we have Darla following Maggie all over the house, like trying to like lick the wound and like make up for it. And Maggie is just like, go away, leave me alone, go away.
Sometimes they fight and it's rough. Like with Trixie and Darla, they had that big fight and I got bit bad.
Well,
And
that was
she
when
didn't know
Darla
that
first,
she bit me.
they weren't part of a pack yet. They hadn't like bonded.
Yeah, when they get in a frenzy like that, they don't know what they're biting.
Right.
So, but she got my arm full chomp. That was fun. They were just jockeying for dominance.
Yeah.
No, she was protecting the puppy. That's what that was about.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah.
Who's the alpha between your dogs? Um, I would say
Currently, it's Maggie.
currently it's Maggie, but like it was Lily. She was really like the one that was dominant.
Yeah.
But I think with the puppy,
Since the puppy, Maggie's become like the mom, so she's she's the alpha right now.
at the moment,
I don't know
we'll see what happens.
if that's gonna last.
Yeah.
I think the puppy will probably end up becoming the alpha
Who
because
knows?
border collie.
I mean, they're really good with each other. Like Lily didn't really want to have anything to do with the puppy, but now she gets a little close to her and she barks at her. But see, I thought that she would be the best with her, and
Yeah, I
she's
did
not.
too.
She's more
But no, I knew Maggie was gonna.
standoffish.
Look,
And
get a picture of
Darla's
Maggie.
the worst.
Look, she's Maggie. You're such a good girl.
Yeah, she's a good
Look, say
girl.
hi to you two.
She don't care.
She don't care. She's the best.
She
I'm
don't
so
care
proud of
about
her. You have
two.
no idea. She's such a good girl.
The alpha does not change unless they die. Well,
That's not true. That's not true. We've watched several incarnations of who the alpha. Well, the pack changes too. We always have 3 or 4 dogs. That's a constant. But the dogs pass away and then new ones come in. So it's there's always a juggling for.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
I used to train dogs, and a lady told me a story about how she put her thumb up her Rottweiler's bum to try and break up a fight because she saw it worked on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Do
yeah.
not ever do that.
Oh, this is not dog calming advice.
No. Maggie has some beagle in her. Yeah, she's a beagle.
She's full blown beagle. Full blood beagle.
They're a couple of Bob Barkers. Yes. Tony, where do you run the wire to kill the motor on a kill switch?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That was the question.
Well, kill switch indicates that you have a magneto. So you're going to ground your magneto. Um,
What?
I'm trying to think where you would run it from. I mean, you're going to run it. You're going to run it from the negative on the coil. If it's a vertex style magneto, you'd run it off the post, the single post that comes off of there, and then any ground. We had to start putting up until God, I guess it was around 1992 or 1993. Um, we didn't have any type of kill switches. Franco would remember this. We didn't have any kill switches on the fuel cars. You just used to shut the motor off with the fuel. Then there was some rule. Then they made us put kill switches on these cars, on those cars, and there was like kill switch fiasco for like a season, where everybody's using different types of kill switches, and some of them would short out, and some of them wouldn't work, and some of them would, and it was just like there was so much carnage, and it was just because of these freaking kill switches. You right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What happened?
No, I was just thinking about how there were no planes in the sky on 9/11.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
It's okay. It just crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. A lot of people are skeptical, but I know my Lee Majors info. What? What? This is crazy talk. Tumbleweed. Uncle Tony, when was the last year that Chrysler painted steel rims on cars the same as the body color?
71.
71.
71 was the last year for details, right? 72, all of the details started going away. You know, that's where you got the plain dogfish hubcaps. You didn't get the body color wheels anymore. The marker lights were the stuck-on ones instead of being styled. 72 was like the 71 was the last year for to say high quality and Mopar in the same sentence is not really, but 72 was the last. 71 was the last year for the extra details.
Ray Riley says, but don't nitro motors keep running by dieseling? Killing the ignition would do nothing?
Precisely why we never had any, but tell that to the fucking NHRA that makes this rule, and suddenly everybody's got to have a kill switch. But yes, they will continue running.
What's this question? I do want to hear Uncle Tony's opinion on cryptids.
Okay, which ones?
Yeah, Lee Majors, Ancient History, yes. Right. $6 million man. Which ones, he said?
Well.
Oh. Okay, well, I think that our time is running out, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah. It's 9:04.
Wow. This was a quick Sunday night. This blew through.
Let's know about skinwalkers.
Yeah, at that point you're talking intradimensional stuff, and I don't have a handle on it. You know what I mean?
Or inter?
Either or.
How about none of the above?
Well, I mean, you're discounting, you know.
Oh my goodness! What blocks do funny cars use?
Well, when we stopped, it was what was it? The road. It was right before the Rodex. The hell were we using then? First, everything was KB. Then, so KB. Then the JP1 was the block to have for a little while, and then back to KB, and then the Rodex. And the Rodex were coming in just as I was on my way out.
Dimensions are overrated.
Yes, they are.
Donovan, Billy Bob Holcomb says.
Well, Donovan was extinct by last year. Donovans were like competitive, or last year they were usable. Real, competitive would have been like around 1979. 1980 is about it. And past that, you don't see any competitive Donovans.
No.
No.
Clutch Kicker 392 says, "Cheers, love your work."
Thank you, bro.
Have you ever seen the TV show Lancelot Link?
I never saw it, but I remember when I was a kid.
Oh yeah? I
Mhm.
never heard of it.
The funny car motor, or the fuel motor, nobody ever remembers is the Milodon 7 liter, which actually came up before the Donovan. People say that, well, the Donovan was the first aluminum aftermarket block, but it wasn't. The Milodon 7 liter was the first aluminum aftermarket block. But they were actually, there were more structural problems with those than the iron motors of the day. And at that, Chrysler 74 upgraded the D5 block and put the Milodon 7 liter out of business. And then at the same time that the Donovan was introduced in 72, that started to catch on around that period of time. So in the middle 70s, it was like a toss up as to like what was the dominant fuel motor of the day. Was it the KB or the Donovan? You know, the Donovan based on the early, the KB based on the 426. But the Milodon 7 liter was like the one that just came and went.
Scott Kuhn. Hey, this ham is really good.
Nice.
Congrats on your ham, Scott. Joe K. Did Mopar start boning it in after 1971, or just the car manufacturers as a whole, given the time period?
All the car manufacturers. Like you can see, like if you look across the board, right? All of the manufacturers, right in that period, like 71, 72, 73. eh, Oddly enough, coinciding with the closing of the gold window. What?
No, I'm just getting stiff.
Oh.
I'm stretching. Staying in the same position for 2 hours.
Yeah, lots of things happened in that 71, 72, 73 period where it was just a deterioration that kind of sent us on the slide that we're currently on. It
Everyone's
really all
leaving
began
now.
in earnest.
Good night, everyone. Good night, my project cars. Let's see. Who else? Tumbleweed says good night, everyone.
Yes. It is
Night,
time.
Tumbleweed.
It's time to say goodnight. No Ari tonight, huh?
No.
But Fubar and Zero were here holding
Yes.
down the fort. Thank you guys as always. How come they haven't gotten their shirts yet?
Because I'm a bad person.
You are a bad person.
Mhm.
Send them shirts.
Yeah.
Send them shirts. And okay. So
What? What was that?
never mind. I had a thought, but it's not important.
Okay.
So everybody contributed super chat. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Keeps the wheels turning, keeps the dogs fed, which costs a lot. They're treats. We spend more money on dog treats. It's freaking ridiculous.
We should cut back a little bit.
Everybody who contributed, just your presence and your conversation, thank you equally. We appreciate all of you guys. Again, nothing special lined up this week. A couple of videos coming out, and then Thursday night, Kiwi as always. Thursday night, 7 o'clock, and I think that's it, right? Can you think of anything else?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Our store, our t-shirts.
Yes, our t-shirts, our hats, all of that.
Hats. We just got more
Stickers.
Yeah,
Stickers.
so we have
Yeah, if you want to represent.
represent.
Yeah, represent. That's it. And cryptids. We'll talk about cryptids on the next.
Talking about cryptids.
Because they come in. There are different classifications when you talk about cryptids. But yeah, next
Roll up
Sunday
your
we'll
windows,
talk about that.
yes.
What's that?
Roll up your windows.
Roll up your
I'm not
windows.
Talking about cryptids.
Oh, why not?
I don't know.
All right.
All right.
All right, that's it, guys. Let's pull the plug. Make it stop now. Make it go away.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
week.